Right here we have a Foxwell NT301 model, and to do a quick overview on this, first let's look at the case. We have these buttons here in the front. You have up and down buttons, but you can also use these to read and erase. You have left and right. You have back and enter. Right here you have a button to check the emission readiness. Right down here you have help, but you also use this button to update the software when you connect the scanner via the USB port to your computer. Right down here at the bottom we have a reset. So right here we have three lights. There's green, that means there's no codes, and there's no pending codes, and all the emission readiness is ready to pass like the emission test. So that will be very useful if you need to go and take an emission test for your vehicle. Just look for that and you're good to go if that is green. If it's yellow and this light will be on, that means there's a pending code or there's some emission system that's not ready to be tested yet. For example, like if you just reset the battery, that will be yellow. This comes in very handy because if you're also going to go and buy a car and you want to know if let's say the owner just had reset the check engine light, or if they disconnected the battery before you just showed up to test the car, this light will be orange because all the emission readiness tests, most of them will not be ready, so that will be orange. And next is this red light right here is when there's a stored code, and usually the check engine light will also be on, and this light will be on right there. So to look at the setup right here, if you go, you can look at the languages, you can change them, units of measurement like temperature, miles per hour to kilometers per hour, and the different beeps, this you can turn them off. As far as languages, here the 5 languages that are available. Let's go back. Right here you can just learn more about the scanner, print the data, review it. You can look up a code if you want. You can use the arrows to go up and down, and then once you just change the code right there, you can look it up. Let's look 301, which should be, for example, cylinder 1 misfire. Enter. Cylinder 1 misfire detected. So you can look up any code that you like. Let's go back, and now let's go and scan the vehicle. This will take a minute or so. Here you can see the green light. There's no codes. It says MIL or check engine light is off. It says erase previously stored data to save data from this test. We'll enter yes. Here we can read codes. Press enter. You can read stored codes, pending codes, and permanent codes. So you definitely want to do all 3 of these. So stored. If there were any stored codes, we'll have a red light here, but there aren't any. And next you want to read pending codes. If there's something that's the vehicle has detected but hasn't triggered the check engine light yet, you have a code right here. And permanent code, oops, went too far. And then last you can read permanent codes. So let's go back. And down here scroll, you can erase codes if there is any. We don't have any codes in this case. And here you can see some live data. It's scanning the different PIDs. So right here you can go and view data, and you can see complete data set. You can choose anything that you like, any sensor. There's a lot sensors here that you can stream from the ECU. what you'll need to do is start the car, and then you can graph. Let's just graph RPM. And you can graph anything that you would like. I'll show how these values change. This is a very nice feature, and most of the scanners on this price range are not going to have graphing capabilities like this Foxwell NT301. Let's go back, and you can record and play back the data if you like. Here you can view freeze frame data, and next there's the emission readiness. Another way to get to this is just press the button right here at the center, and it tells you what's ready and what's not. Like right here you have the check engine light, which shows that off, codes there's 0, and then everything that has a check mark it's passed and it's good to go. Anything that has this it's grayed out like that means that the vehicle doesn't have that system, and in this case we don't have any not ready, so you don't see any here. It's the same as just hitting that right there. Onboard monitoring test, component test. This is something that on this vehicle it's not really working. A component test, we just want to see if there is any way to activate any sensors or test them, but it says not supported in this vehicle. So overall it's a very good OBD2 scanner. It's not the smallest OBD2 scanner out there. It is really good if you have a shop and you want a robust scanner. It's got this really nice case. But if you're looking for a scanner to just keep in your pocket, I mean, even this will fit in your pocket. It's just kind of bulky, and it's not the smallest scanner that you can get.